questions and messages about basically how I study, specifically related to digital note taking. So this video is basically going to show you the process going from my digital notes to a paper study guide for my exam that's coming up. So stay tuned and check it out. So this is what I am starting with. I've got 64 slides, and basically what I want to do is condense the two topics, which are capsules and tablets. So this is just basically what I've taken in class. These are, all my annotations, everything. And basically what I want to do is condense it, turn it into a paper study guide. So the first thing I'm doing is using my 8.5 inch by 14 inch paper, and I folded it in half, and I am writing out basic information about powder and capsules. This basically serves as like my refresh sheet that I will add a bunch of stuff on, essentially. So I'm writing out right now everything about capsules, and then I highlight important concepts and things, and then I add in more information as it comes throughout the PowerPoint. The basic part of my refresh sheet, the next thing I do is I go throughout the PowerPoint and find those highlighted terms I have on my actual refresh sheet, and I add notes to those sections. This helps me cut down on the amount of slides and just adds numerous topics that are related to each other to the same page, and that way I don't have to flip through stuff. I can just be like, oh, this says excipients, what excipients are they talking about? And then look further down, and there they are. So this is the final product of my refresh sheet. So I've got capsules highlighted in pink, which is going to be the second half of the paper, and then excipients highlighted in yellow because they're pretty important. And then I go over to the other side and obviously have more color coding and arrows that highlight very important topics and concepts. Now that the refresh sheet is completed, I can basically go back into the GoodNotes app and I can delete the slides that I no longer need. So I'm deleting things that I just literally wrote down on my refresh sheets so that I can get away from having 1,000 slides. This comes in handy because in the future I will be printing out these slides that I've kept. This allows me to cut down on the amount of things I need to print and organize. The next step is basically creating charts for things that I want to be organized, but not necessarily handwritten out on the refresh sheet. So at this time, I'm making a capsule formulation sheet, just basically about the dilutants, the lubricants, the glidants, all that kind of stuff. So these are things that I feel are important and should be organized pretty well. You will see that I don't necessarily write a bunch in the chart because there are things that I'm going to highlight and add digital notes on the side of when I airdrop it back to my iPad. So another way that I condense the amount of slides I have is basically combining topics that are the same over multiple slides into one page. So start by taking screenshots of them and then adding in a page into my GoodNotes PowerPoint. And then from there, you just basically add in the 3 pictures you've taken. So I'll hit it, I'll crop it to make it fit better, and then I just move it to its desired position. And I also, most of the time, I make it larger since I have more room. And then I just do the same thing with the next 2. And now that I've condensed 3 slides into 1 page, I can delete those 3 extra slides and thus condensing my PowerPoint that I need to print. Alright, so obviously the next step is printing out the charts and my study guides that I've created. As you can see here, I didn't do, 1 page for everything, just mainly for 1 page for big things that I created. The rest of them I did 2 to a page, just so that I could still kind of see my handwriting without having to squinch or anything like that. So these are just a few close-ups of how my writing looks when I print it out. I know a big concern for some people was just how your writing is going to look when you print it out and go from digital to a paper study guide. Alright, so the last thing before getting to the nitty-gritty and actually studying is adding additional notes from lectures where I feel that I need more clarification on certain subjects, honestly. So I go through and I only watch those specific parts. I do not waste my time by rewatching 3-hour lectures. I get straight to the point and go straight to those slides and just see what it is that I may have missed in class, or if maybe I just needed to write my definitions a different way. Alright, so this is the final product. So basically everything in the purple pen are things that I added as I went to those specific points in the lecture that I needed more clarification on. I also have little stickies where I know for sure I need to come back and just refresh myself on these topics. I even have, just definitions and, refresh sheets, which I point out here, which is just something that I do for the most important sections. So after this, I am done, and now it's just time to take my exam.